Female converts finding true feminism in Islam. The utilitarian but sacralized character of woman, defined in Islam. Pondering upon the creational imperatives of a woman with an open mind would inevitably make her, divine rule/command, utilitarian role stand out. From the Judaic and biblical accounts, carried over into Islamic literature, Adam knew the names of everything. Adam, having been taught the names of all the things, is confirmed in Q. 231. Adam, at times, used to engage in conversation with angels, but they were often busy worshipping God, so Adam felt lonely. Ibn Abbas and a group of companions of the Prophet, Pbuh, narrated that when Iblis, Satan, was expelled out of paradise and Adam was accommodated therein, Adam was lonely as he did not have a partner from whom he could get tranquility. He slept for some time, and when he woke up, he saw a woman, whom Allah had created from his ribs. So, he asked her, "Who are you?" She replied, "A woman." He asked, "Why have you been created?" She said, "So that you could find tranquility in me." The angels, trying to find out the extent of his knowledge, asked him, "What is her name, O Adam?" He replied, "Eve." They asked, "Why was she so named?" He replied, "Because she was created, out of me, something living." Q. 2:33 in Hadith, present similar narrative. Reportedly, Eve was created from the ribcage of Adam. She was not created as a separate entity at par with Adam. Quran confirms that, human, Adam, was created from one soul, then out of him was created his mate, therefrom multiplied them, into the human race. It is he who created you from one soul and created from it its mate that he might dwell in security with her. And when he covers her, she carries a light burden and continues therein. And when it becomes heavy, they both invoke Allah, their Lord, "If you should give us a good child, we will surely be among the grateful." Q. 7-189. Her utilitarian character is accentuated in Surah Ar-Rahman number 8 verses 54, 56, 58, 60, 70, 72, 74 and 76. Here, what is noteworthy is that she is presented as a reward for the good conduct of man, praised by Allah, as the rubies and coral, untouched by a man or a jinn, emphasizing her purity/chastity, fair ones reserved for him, man, in pavilions, reclining on green cushions and beautiful carpets. In Surah An-Naba number 78, verses 33-34, her contour, appealing to man's psychological passion, is highlighted as an inducement for man to do good and be rewarded with, and a full-breasted, and size of, a full cup, a woman of equal age. As a reward from your Lord, a generous gift, made due by account of good deeds. And among his signs is this, that he created for you wives from among yourselves, that you may find repose in them. Q. 30:21. Your wives are as a tilth unto you, so approach your tilth when or how ye will. Q. 2:223. Categorical imperatives. Historically, a woman was considered a chattel, of an unspecified multitude. Islam, however, limited that to only 4 at any given time. Still preserving her utilitarian character, granting numerical excess over men, to accommodate polygamy. Marry women of your choice 2 or 3 or 4, but if ye fear that ye shall not be able to deal justly with them, then only 1. Q. 4-3. Prima facie choice/duty versus actual choice/duty. Here is how this role has been sacralized by Almighty Allah, SWT, by granting her the status of the mother of the prophets, mothers of the faithful, underneath whose feet lies the paradise. Maryam, Virgin Mary, the only woman mentioned in the Holy Qura'an, by name with an appellation of the truthful, siddiqa. Q. 575. The major part of Surah An-Nur is dedicated to the protection and security of the chastity and continence of women. Utmost importance has been attached to the honor and chastity of a believing woman in Islam. Those who slander chaste women indiscreet, naive, but believing are cursed in this life and in the hereafter. For them, there is a grievous penalty. Q. 24:23. The second most venerated woman is Aisha, the youngest wife of the Prophet. She was slandered falsely by a hypocrite but exonerated by Allah, SWT, by revealing 10 verses. Q. 24:11-21. Here is a brief of the heart-wrenching story about her grief and exoneration by Allah, SWT. Quote, Wallah, now I do not see an example on the issue between you, Prophet, and me, except the one father of Yusuf, Joseph, Yaqub, Jacob, said after hearing the wrong statement by his sons. So, patience is best, and it is Allah whose help is sought against what you describe. Prophet who was sitting there received the revelation about her exoneration and gave her the good news. Grief-stricken Aisha, urged by her parents to go to the Prophet, responded, I do not feel obligated to anyone in this case, except Allah, nor would I get up. I am thankful to my Lord who has exonerated me. The woman has been elevated in status by asking her to cover herself and adorn herself only to please her husband. To save her from the lustful staring, gazing or glancing by the strangers. Islam is the religion that granted her the right to inheritance and the right to be consulted in daily life matters, vehemently protecting her from false accusation of adultery/fornication. Portraying as a poetic creature, repeatedly advised men to treat her with compassion and tenderness. O you who have believed, it is not lawful for you to inherit women by compulsion. And do not make difficulties for them in order to take back part of what you gave them unless they commit clear immorality, adultery. And live with them in kindness. For if you dislike them, perhaps you dislike a thing and Allah makes therein much good. But if you want to replace one wife with another and you have given one of them a great amount, in gifts, do not take back from it anything. Would you take it committing injustice and manifest sin? Q. 4:19-20. So when Zaid had no longer any need for her, when a husband is done with his wife, having no feeling for her, he may divorce her amicably. We married her to you, Prophet, in order that there not be upon the believers any discomfort concerning the wives of their adopted sons when they no longer have need of them, having become disinterested, without feelings/emotions in their relationship. Q. 33-37. This injunction, granting a concession primarily to man, is an example of purely divine rule/command utilitarianism. Secondarily, however, a woman may also exercise her right to seek a divorce in similar situation. So, with those of whom you have enjoyed sexual relations, give them their due compensation as an obligation. Q. 424. Note, from this very verse, Shia school derives the validity of the terminal marriage, mutaa, which Sunni schools abhor as forbidden. Shia school seems to be making use of the hedonistic utilitarianism, where the rule utilitarianism, Sunni school is collapsing into act utilitarianism. Surah An-Nisa, contrary to the usual misinterpretation/misunderstanding, secures women's place, rights to have autonomy and independence, within the family structure. O children of Adam! We have bestowed on you the raiment to cover your shame as well as to adorn you. But the raiment of righteousness, that is the best. Such are among the signs of Allah, that they may receive admonition. Quran 7:26. And say, O Prophet, to the believing women that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty, that they should not display their beauty and ornaments except what must ordinarily appear thereof, that they should draw their veils over their bosoms and not display their beauty except to their husbands, their fathers, their husbands' fathers, their sons, their husbands' sons, their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women or the servants whom their right hands possess, or male servants free of physical needs, or small children who have no sense of the shame of sex, and that they should not strike their feet in order to draw attention to their hidden ornaments. And O you believers, turn you all together towards Allah, that you may attain bliss. Quran 24:31. O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to draw their cloaks close round them, when they go abroad outside. That will be better, so that they may be recognized and not annoyed. Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. Quran 33:59. West has exploited her act utilitarian character, defying divine rule/command, by objectivizing and universalizing it so that she may be trampled and abused with impunity. West also exploited her overly compassionate and impressionable nature towards her physique. Thus, a naivete-prone, act utilitarian, woman worthy of being revered, respected and protected, is misguided/indoctrinated, in the name of gender equality and women's emancipation, to commoditize herself to be desecrated willingly. Valiant, thoughtful and assertive women, therefore, are rebelling against this exploitative indoctrination and flocking to Islam to fit in the natural pecking order, al-Nizam al-Tabi'ah, which is reason-based, divine rule/command utilitarianism. I seek refuge and forgiveness of Allah, for any inadvertent wrongful assertion. For further reading on the topics about women, https://shakir2.wordpress.com/2018/01/11/ A Woman's Place in Islam / https://shakir2.wordpress.com/2015/06/22/ Muslim women marrying non-Muslim men / comment/feedback/share/like/follow Shakir2.wordpress.com